Morning. Puppus. Puppy. Oh, there she is. Come on, puppy. Morning, puppy. Good morning, Miss Love. Good morning, Miss Lovey. Hey, beauty girl. Hey. Hey, girl. What should I do? This off? Good girl. Hang on, girl. I'm gonna take this off quick. Hey. Oh. Hey, good morning. Good morning. Yeah, you guys need a break from these. Hey, Moo. Hey. Hey, Normie. Pull these over the top. Yep, you guys need a little break. You need a little break from these. Yeah, look at how dusty that was. Oh my gosh. All right. Good morning. Good morning. All right. You guys ready to go out? Hey, Moo. Hey, Moo. Hi, sweetheart. I know. Hey. Hey, Normie. Hey, love. Hi, sweetheart. Ready to go out? All right. Let's go. Come on, babies. Come on. Ready? Ready? Come on, babies. Ready to go out here? Hey, sweet girl. Hey, beauty. You are so pretty. Hey, beauty. Hey, beauty. Hey, Mr. Norm. Hi, sweet guy. It's cute. Lovey's on the other side, hanging out with me. She used to not do that. Now she always gotta be my wet hand lady, don't I? Yeah. Hey, Miss Lovely girl. Good girl. There's my boy. There's my big sweet boy, Mr. Moo Moo. Hey. Good morning. Good morning. This is our morning routine, guys. It's 6:30 here. Are you saying hi to Mr. Moo, Lovey? 6:30 in the morning. So these guys go out to pasture. Especially when it's hot like this, I like to let them out right away. Oopsies. Need a new clip for the fence. As usual, the peanut gallery is surrounding me. Hey, ducks. Hey, ducks. Normie, I'm gonna move you out because I saw you go after Moo one time close to the fence. That makes me nervous. Let's go. Come on. One time Moo was coming out here and Normie kind of chased him towards the fence, and I don't want anything bad to happen, so I'm gonna just push him out a bit. Come on, buddy. Yep. Thank you. Hey, girl. I know, pretty lady. Mom, what you doing out here? Hanging out, girl. All right, so I let these guys out in the morning, and then I bring them back a little bit late morning. They're only out for 2 or 3 hours. I got to do this because of the pasture isn't good to have them on. What are you doing? Hanging out there? Okay. So we need to get rid of, this is kind of, I'm just going to make this live like I'm talking to my regular viewers because I'm guessing they're just not on right now because it's early in the morning. This thing is getting out of here. This space down here is going to be for the new horse while he is in quarantine. Hello, Irene. It's 12. Oh, okay. No worries. So there's going to be a divider here. There's going to be another one over there. The horses will be able to see each other. They will not be able to associate at first. There's going to be a divider up there. The horses, my big horses, are going to go out of the pasture, not through down here. They're going to go through the pasture up top. There's going to be 2 dividing fences. And then the horses are going to, the new horse is going to be in here. There's a lot of questions about how that's going to go. And I'm going to feed these guys before I answer some of those because I currently can't hear myself think with all of the chickens and ducks going on here. Come on, go eat. I gave them food. I'll feed the ducks and then I can talk because no one can shut up. Good morning, Katie. Their water looks good. We've had very hot weather, like dangerously hot weather. Like 100 degrees hot weather. We've had very, very, very hot, humid, gross weather. So we've been dealing with that the past couple of days. I moved their water tank inside. I let them out really early in the morning and that they stay in pretty much all day. So they're happy to be out right now. So I wanted to, now I got wind. I can't win. Let's trying to get out of the wind. Look at her. Hi, Lovey. She's coming to say hi. This is cute. Hi, sweetheart. Nope. I think she thought I was bringing out puppers, no digging. It worries me. Come here. No digging. She digs in the pasture, and I'm worried about puppers. Come here. No. I'm worried about her digging holes, and the horses like to run in the pasture. One of them breaking a foot because they drop it into one of the holes she digs. So I actually have to go out there and fill holes from this creature. So what I got to do now is chase chickens away from the ducks' feed because the chickens will come in here, but they like to eat the ducks' food. So they'll come chase the ducks away from their food. Believe me, I call this the peanut gallery for a reason. So now I got to babysit the ducks' food. Puppers usually helps me because she knows what's going on. She knows that what the chickens do, and then we have to watch the chickens. Here they come. So I actually grab my horse flag and chase the chickens away with my horse flag. And Puppers, see, Puppers is like, yeah, get out of here. But I've found every horse that I've gotten out of a kill pen, they usually are either sick upon arrival or they get sick within 2 days. If they're not sick during that time, I found they're probably not, they don't get sick. So I'll be honest, my minis never got sick. My minis did not get strangles and they were not sick. Don't know why. Moo got strangles. Lovey got strangles. Moo actually ended up giving strangles to Norman, which was horrific. These two babies never got sick. No, they were not sick at all. Not even a day. They were good upon arrival. Oh, no. They were good upon arrival. They never got sick. Moo, Norman, Lovey, let's see here. Big John never got strangles. Big John never had strangles. He had marks where my vet said she thinks he already had it. They only get it once. So the vet said, use your best discretion. And my experience is, if they're not sick within that first week, they're probably not getting anything. You know, I had one horse that was sick. The first horse I got, he was sick for 6 months. And I ended up putting him with my other horse because it wasn't a contagious sickness. It was sand in his stomach, and it was like a stomach sickness. And that's something they can't pass to another horse. Hello. Stupid chickens, get out of here. Here they are, menacing society, and they know it. Look at them run away. They know what's coming. Get out of here. Get out of here, fools. Poor ducks. Puppers, what are you up to? Have a feeling you're digging again. Don't dig. She's digging again. So it's going to be a little bit of, honestly guys, it's going to be a little bit of a pain in the butt because having the horses separate means I got to feed the new horse out of hay bags like this. That's how I feed my minis every day. Here, see if I can show it. So I have my hay in the corner here, and every morning I fill up the minis hay bag like this, like so, because the minis can't be on grass. Now the new horse won't be on grass either because I don't know what its experience is with grass. If they haven't been on grass and then you put them on grass, you can do some major damage. Also, I don't want him on the grass because my horses are going to be on the grass and I don't know what he's got, if he's sick, and I don't want to expose them to anything, so he won't be on grass right away. So he'll be on hay, in hay bags, which means it'll be some work at first because separate pen, separate water, separate food, separate everything. I'm trying to be careful about my horses, but honestly, I'll tell you guys, strangles is the biggest worry for us. They only get strangles once. And all of my horses, my big horses, have already had strangles. So that's the one I'm honestly the least worried about passing to my horses. Sorry, I'm tying this, guys. I'll be with you in 2 seconds. Here we go. So here's the minis. They're feasting. Keeping an eye on things, Bubby? This is little Rose. Hi, honey. This is little John. I've been noticing when I get Rosie apart from Little John, and when I get Little John apart from Rosie, they're so much calmer and so much sweeter. And I'm not sure, like, I'm not sure exactly what to do because they just don't mesh together. These minis don't. They don't. They do not. Like, this looks good. This is not what it looks like all day. And I'm right here, and I watch, and I see what's going on. She just tried to nip him. It's constant. There's constant battling going on between the two of these. And not sure that separating them is the right thing to do. He has lost a lot of weight. He came a very, 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 very fat pony. He has lost a ton of weight. He looks good. She has gained weight. They just don't get along. Their personalities, whenever they're like together, they're usually bickering back and forth constantly. They're biting, they're kicking each other. They don't get along. They simply do not get along. As soon as I pull one or the other out, calm, chill, sweetest ponies. But all day long, they complain back and forth. They bite at each other. They will stand on opposite, unless they're eating here, they will stand on opposite ends of the pasture and don't want to look at each other. So I don't know what the right thing to do is there, because we're all, even my husband's like, what's the point of having them together when they fight that much? And I'm like, yep, I don't know. Starting to rethink what I want to do with them, because they don't get along. They really don't. They're not friends. They're so cute, but they're not friends. They're not friends. Chickens, why must you? Get out of here. Leave the ducks. No, I don't want the ducks to go. I want the chickens to go. Come on, ducklings. So these ducks are driving me nuts, for lack of better terminology. So we have been checking around to see if anybody would like some ducks. 7 to be specific. We normally keep them all summer, but these ducks have driven me and my husband to the verge of insanity. They're free range, and they will go sit right next to our house door and shit on everything. They'll sit in front of this door, and I can't go in to get my horse tack or my supplies. They are they drive us nuts. My husband can't open his garage door, or the ducks will run inside his garage and poop on everything. The list goes on. They're driving us nuts. They're driving me crazy. So we may not have ducks much longer because we're sick of them. They're causing way more issues than they are benefits. They're just, there's the horses up top. Don't know if, can you guys see them? They're way out there. But what we have to do now is get the fencing divided up so that our new horse is fenced off from our other horses. And we're going to be working on that. And then today is Monday. He comes home on Wednesday morning. It's the first time we've gotten a horse in the morning. And this will be the first time that I get to go to pick up. Normally, with every other horse, my husband has been the one to pick up. This time, I get to go with. And I'm excited because this one is more so mine than any of the other ones. I mean, I shouldn't say that. They're all mine, but this one is definitely, I'm hoping going to be my horse, because all of my other ones have been commandeered by children. Hey, James. James. This is James. Good morning, James. Oh, come here. Good morning, James. Say good morning to everybody, James. James. You're so cute. Do you want to go back into the wild? You want to go back into the wild, little James? Here you go. There he goes. Bye, James. All right. So they have these 2 little buckets down here. Then they have a big pool up top, or like a kiddie pool up top. For some reason, they're not finding the kiddie pool as of lately. But normally that's their swimming spot. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? So when the horses come back in a couple of hours, I'll come back out. I'll bring the horses back in. I feed them a little bit of a senior feed, and then I'll put all their fly masks back on, and then I'll use my natural fly spray on them when they come back in from the pasture. Good morning, Donna Lee. I realize that this is a very early live. And it's really quiet, but I was kind of going over some things about the new horse and like what we're planning and prepping for quarantining him, and also kind of going over our morning routine, because I don't bring you guys out this early in the morning, but I just let the horses out. I took all their fly masks off so they can have a break, because the fly masks have been on for 2 days straight. The heat is still bad here, but it is supposed to break this afternoon. We're supposed to get like possibility of some crazy storms and some crazy stuff heading our way. I also mentioned that the ducks probably will not be staying, because the ducks are driving us to the verge of insanity here. So we're trying to find a good home for these ducks. There's 5 girls and 2 boys. But they are driving us through the roof. And then I was explaining some issues that we've been having with Rosie and Little John since they came. They just cannot get along, and we're really, really struggling with them. They're not friends. They fight constantly. They kick each other. They nip each other. They bite each other. And as soon as I separate them and I'm just with one or the other, they're so sweet and so mild-mannered. And it's just like being together causes them so much anxiety that I'm ready to do a full-length video explaining the situation and asking you guys, like, people helped us bail both of those ponies and we love them both, and the thought of placing either one of them with a different family drives me crazy. But what are we supposed to do? Because I wish you guys could see. I'm going to try to start capturing it with my phone. They're fighting and they're bickering and they're complaining, and the crap show that goes on here all day. Like right now they're up there eating, so they're not doing it because they're both hungry. But once they eat about half that hay bag, the bickering starts, and then it just doesn't. And I've put 2 hay bags up there. I have 2 waters up there so that they can both eat. 2 waters. I've tried, you know what I mean? I've tried doing different things. They don't get along. Some horses don't get along. They just don't. Their personalities or something, I don't know what it is. Their personalities don't mesh up. And it's a mare and a gelding. And I have a mare and a gelding in here that are best friends. They're inseparable. They're the best friends. This is a mare and a gelding, and they just don't get along. They don't like each other. They don't get along. What am I to do? If you're watching this later on and you have some type of input for me, I'd love to hear it. If you're watching it now and you have some type, pony, I don't know if it's a pony thing, but it's like, it's not really a great life to live when you constantly hate the person you're stuck in a room with. I mean, yeah, oh yeah. Little John is friends with everybody. Rosie is friends with pretty much no one. If I'm going to be honest, Little John up here, friends with everybody. He loves everybody. In fact, one day, the kids accidentally left the gate open into the bigs. Rosie didn't get out, but Little John did. He was hanging in there with the bigs. He was hanging out, no one was complaining. And I came out here and I'm like, I didn't even know he was out, because he was just hanging around in here with them, and they were like happily like just right with him, eating and like hanging out with him. Rosie, on the other hand, when she gets out, it's like World War III in here. I mean, she is just like, she throws a fit, and the other horses don't like her. Rosie doesn't get along with anyone. It is Tommy. Oh, Tommy, I've been explaining my several situations. I have been, I do want to, because I got some of my regulars on here and I wanted to run something by you guys. We're trying to figure out how to do a quarantine. This horse is a little bit different than some of the other ones I've gotten. He's in better condition. What we're going to do is we're going to be putting up a hot wire here. We're going to be putting up a gate here. So the horses will be separated by a hot wire and a gate. There's no associating. We're going to put up, he's going to have this area. I want him to have a shaded area. He's going to have this area. And then we're going to put up another fence here and another one over here. So he's going to be completely separated from my horses. My horses will get into the pasture through the top, and he will not be in pasture. He'll be completely separated from my other horses. And we're going to do that for about a week, and we're going to watch and wait. Usually, every single horse I've had, if they're sick, they get sick within a week. So that's kind of, we wait, we watch. But usually something about the sickness is egged on by the stress of trailering. Morning, Robbie. The stress of trailering normally eggs on the sicknesses. So usually, honestly, they're sick by the time they get home from the kill lot. We'll know if he's gonna get sick. If he has strangles, all of my horses have had strangles. There's not a worry. My horses have all had it. They can't get it again. Strangles is a really bad one that you see with the kill pen horses. That's the really bad one that they almost all catch. And so if he has strangles, and I know I'm going to probably have to repeat myself a lot on this, if he has strangles, he can still be with my horses because my horses have all had it. They won't get it again. In fact, that's why I put Lovey. Everyone was kind of frustrated when I put Lovey with my horses so fast. She was stressed and very emotionally upset. And being away from other horses was like detrimental to her. She had strangles, and I put her with my other horses, and they didn't get it again because they only get it once. And it was way more detrimental to not put her with them than to put her with them. She didn't have anything else. She just had strangles, and my other horses didn't get it. So if this guy has strangles, he can still be with my horses. I'm waiting for anything else to show up and for him to be seen by the vet before I can introduce him. Let's see here. With the other one wearing a muzzle, said he cannot eat grass. And I can do that, Irene. It would be very difficult because when you put the muzzle on, and you guys saw I did muzzle him for a bit when I had Rosie because of his eating habits and because of how thin she was. The muzzle wears and rubs on him, and he rubs the grazing muzzle was not ideal. I did use it because I had to, but putting him in a grazing muzzle for that amount of time, he would really have, I mean, he had worn it, and then he rubs it on things, and then he had a big mark on the side of his face from it, and I took it off then and started trying to use some different ideas to help him because the grazing muzzle was a lot for him. The other thing is that my fencing for my big horses is not set up for a mini. If you'll see, there's only one hot wire across here. He'll just go right underneath. Out there I have 2 hot wires, but again, these minis do not respect the electric fencing. They don't understand it. They have an entirely different setup for their fencing. So I had thought about him being a friend for Moo, but the different eating needs would make it so difficult to do that. Let me look. Yeah, okay. Little John, okay, keep him with the baby. Yeah, so you guys see my predicament. I have this set up for these guys, separating, you know, I honestly feel like Rosie would do, I don't know. I feel like Rosie would do well with like a bigger, older gelding. Just her and that. Nothing smaller than her. She really tends to pick on Little John, and he's shorter than her. I don't know though. Or would Rosie just be comfortable with like being friends with a goat, or being like in, I don't know. I feel bad. She really doesn't fit in. She doesn't like anyone. So it's like, it's very hard, because I have the shelter up here and I have the setup for these guys to be together. And it's very hard to separate them. And it's very hard to put Little John with the bigs, but it's just like, I'm not sure. She just doesn't really like anybody. And when I take her out and get her away from all the other horses on the other side, and there's no other horses, and she's relaxed and happy, and life is good. I don't know how else to explain it. She does really well. She's very happy. She's very calm. She lets me do anything, but the around the other horses, especially Little John, she just is agitated and irritated. She doesn't like him. She don't want to be with him. Good morning, Danetta. Wednesday is when our rescue comes. We are, I believe, tonight, which it's supposed to storm, so I'm not sure exactly how we're doing it. We're getting set up here for him to come, but yes, Wednesday, and this is the first horse I've gotten. He'll be here by noon on Wednesday. That's the first one I've gotten. Usually we end up getting them late in the day. This one's coming on Wednesday, and spoiler, this is the first one I get to go with to pick up. It's from a different kill lot, and I want to explain something to you guys. This kill lot is extremely risky. You guys have seen pictures and videos from the other kill pens that we've bailed from. That kill pen takes a 2-minute video. They flip the lip up on the horse and show you the horse to show you how old it is. They ride them in circles. They ride them back and forth. They ride them different ways. They talk about, if they know any history on the horse, they talk about the history. Oh, this was an old ranch horse. This was an ex-Amish horse. This was a race horse off the track. This is a rodeo horse. This place, there's no sound in the video, and the video is about 10 seconds long, and the horse is in about a 20 by 20 little cube, and they're riding it around. Very limited information. I have so limited information, it's not even funny. We're assuming ex-Amish because it's buggy trained. That usually screams ex-Amish. Buggy trained, when they put that in the description, it usually says that it's some kind of Amish horse. Buggy trained, and 17-ish years old. I have so limited information. To be honest, I don't know how he rides, because it was such a short video. So I'm a little. Thank you, Tommy. I saw that the other day. I was pretty excited. Yes. So I am torn, Donna Lee, and I'm gonna explain that to you guys, and I hope that you will understand. I am torn because technically my money didn't save her, you guys' did. People gave me donations to save Rosie. So I don't want it to look absolutely terrible if I go and find her, even if it is the best home and a great home and a good fit for her. And you guys know me, I'm not going to send her down the road. I'm going to do my research. I'm going to talk to these people. I'm going to ask for references, and I would find her the best place for her. It's still something doesn't sit right, because it wasn't just me that rescued her. Everybody helped. And I want to do the right thing by the people that helped me to get her out of a bad situation in the first place. So if you understand, that's where I have a hard time. And I didn't bail her to home her. I didn't bail her. I didn't get her out of a kill lot to find a different home for her. Now I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys, and you know, if Rosie finds a new home, I will take every penny that I get from helping Rosie find a new home, and it will go right into another little bale from a kill pen, probably a gelding, because I think that Little John would get along wonderfully with a little gelding his size, and they come in the kill lot quite often. So I know I can find that. And I believe I can find a great home for Rosie right now. There's a lot of people that are just looking for like a companion pony, and that's exactly what Rosie needs to be. I don't think she needs to be hard worked. She can be ridden, but I think she's put in her time. She needs a retirement home. And that's what we would have been great for, but it's just not, they're just not getting along. And can I keep her here? Yeah. No one's dying. They're both getting fed. They're both, you know what I mean? But I don't think they're happy to the potential that they could be. So, sorry. I'm not crying. I got an eyelash in my eye. Oh my gosh. Oh, that hurt. Sorry, not past recreation. Yeah, that's how I feel, but I know other people will feel differently, and I want to be very transparent. So I was saying this morning, I think I need to make a video on it, just explaining the situation, explaining what's going on. Because like I got Lovey. Lovey has some quirks, but Lovey is so bonded to Norman, and she's so sweet, that even though she's just kind of hanging out here, I like working with her, and I like having her here, and she's very bonded to one of my horses. Poor Rosie hasn't bonded to anyone. She hasn't bonded to anyone. So it's kind of hard. One down. Yeah, I truly believe I can find her a great home. I do. I know because I've rehomed animals before, and you have to ask the right questions. You have to talk to people. You have to get to know people. Hi, honey. This is Miss Love. She's that close to puppers. She doesn't like puppers, so I think this is kind of funny. She thought, like I told you guys, I come out here with grain after they've been out a couple hours. It hasn't been a couple hours, but she thinks since I'm out here that I have grain. It's just a senior, it's a really good quality senior feed, and I give it to them to get them into the pasture to get it shut. And she thought I had it, and I didn't. Out she goes. She's done with me. She's going back out by the boys. Yeah, she's my Lovey's my baby girl. She's my baby girl. And Lovey's starting to really bond to me, which is special. You guys know, like, Arabians really bond to one person usually. And I think I'm Lovey's person. She really starting to come around and trust me. And it's quite awesome. I hope that the new horse doesn't change our dynamic, because she started really having a bond with me and a trust with me. And I don't want the new horse to, every time you add something, it has the potential to change the dynamic of the group. And I am hoping that it doesn't change her bonding to me, because it's so nice. She's really opening up. What do you think, puppers? Okay, my phone is about to die. So I want to make a full-length video kind of explaining the situation with Rosie and Little John. I also want to capture what it looks like when they're bickering and fighting all day. I really want to show it to you guys, because I feel like it's one thing to say it, but if you guys could see it and understand it, it's so frustrating. And you try to like put 2 hay nets out for them and try to do these different things to help them cope and to help them get along. They just don't get along. They just don't get along. It's like putting, like, I don't even know how to compare it. It's like, it's like, you know, that one person at work that you just don't, you have a conflict of interest. You have different personalities and you just don't click. You just don't mesh with that person. You guys know what I'm talking about. That's like those two. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you put a cake in front of two people that don't get along. They might both like the cake, but they still don't like each other. You know what I don't know. I don't know how else to explain my situation with those two. That's the best I can describe it. They just don't get along. They genuinely don't get along. They don't like each other. They don't like each other. And this is Papa's. And I better go in because my phone is about to die. And we have school, summer school today. And then tonight we have to work on fencing. And I'm trying to figure out some stuff with the new horse. But yeah, like I said, guys, the new one is risky. I don't really know. I know very little about him. Very, very little. And I bailed him, and I'm not really sure what I'm getting exactly. But he just has the look of a very calm, quiet, gentle horse. So I only can hope. He just looks, it's like oil and water. Yes, that's what it is. I as much as I'm trying to mix it, it's not working. It's not working. Thank you, Robbie. That's a great analogy. That's exactly what I'm dealing with here. Exactly. Thank you. I think that might be the title if I do a video on it. Like mixing oil and water. That would be Little John and Rosie. Exactly. Thank you. That's helpful. That's helpful. Okay, I'm probably gonna roll out of here. Papa's, what do you think? I'm gonna go take these and give them to little Marshy. Yeah, it's a hard decision because you help them, you bail them, you want them to be, for me personally, I want them to stay here. You know, I set up, I make everything so that they can, and then it just, sometimes it just doesn't work out the way I wanted it to. And at the end of the day, that's okay, because guess what? What is the worst thing that happens here? I do my homework when I rehome a horse. I make sure they're going to a good place. I keep in contact with whoever has my horse. I still have contact with the guy that has Big John. I want to know about them. I want to know how they're doing. If you don't, you know what I mean? There's things you can do. What's the worst thing that she goes and finds a new loving home, and then we bail another from a kill pen and get another one out of harm's way. I feel like that's not bad. That would be really good. You know, I think that would be really good. You know, I don't think there's necessarily a bad outcome. It's just a little bit hard because you know, it's not what I wanted, but you don't always get what you want. Okay, I'm gonna go feed these to Marshy and plug my phone in, and everybody take care. I'll be back. I'll keep you guys posted. And of course, when we bring the kill lot horse home, I will get as much, I'll share as much as I can. That will be on Wednesday in 2 days from now. So take care, guys. Have a good one. And